We may have left Missouri behind in the political primary dust, but there are still moments of mayhem and mirth rising from that state in the battle for every delegate one can snare heading for Cleveland. Fortunate for us, we have on board the man who can make sense of it all. Roll around the dial, wind up at the Big 550 KTRS in St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome back, host of The McGraw Show, weekdays beginning at 6 a.m. Central Time, McGraw Milhaven. Sir, good to talk to you again, and let's get to this because Ted Cruz, my God, I'm shocked about this, crushing Donald Trump's delegate operation in Missouri. Here's what we get, that Missouri delegates who must vote for Trump on the first ballot are, according to the Washington Examiner, really Cruz supporters who will defect if there is a second ballot and the Cleveland convention is contested. Is there any doubt whatsoever that Donald Trump and his campaign just blew this from start to finish when it comes to knowing the rules?
Yeah, Ed, welcome back. Thank you very much. Donald Trump's campaign is a mile long and an inch deep. And if you want to become president of the United States, you need an organization. And Ted Cruz is showing the difference between a wannabe and somebody who can really do the job.
But do the people of Missouri that you talk to, are they okay with this? And do they see that they have a part, as well as other people do around the country, to perhaps stop Donald Trump if they want to come the convention? Or are they also, like many others, just railing and saying, McGraw, it's you and all the rest of the media here who are helping him break the rules and take care of our candidate and get him out of the race?
I think it's a microcosm of the bigger picture, which is the Cruz people are saying, hey, we played within the rules. Our guys are going to vote for Trump because that's who they're supposed to vote for. And on the second ballot, we can do anything we want. The Cruz delegates and the Cruz people played the rules the way they're set up. The Trump people, all they want to do is rant and rave and scream and yell. And when you get to the actual part of governing and or following the rules, well, the Trump people just want to scream and yell and rant and rave, while the Cruz people are the ones doing the heavy lifting. So, you know, the chips fall where they may, and there's no shock that Cruz's people are doing the heavy lifting that has to get done.
Yeah, but McGraw, what happened? Because after Missouri, we were told that this is it, endo, done deal. Donald Trump is on his way down right now, and the people of Missouri are showing the way across America. Yet here we are sitting with New York happening right as we speak, and Donald Trump is right back on top.
Think about what happened 4 years ago in Missouri. Listen to this story. They had a primary. Rick Santorum won the primary. They had a caucus. Paul won the caucus, and all the delegates ended going up to Mitt Romney. So when people argue about the game is fixed, the game is rigged, well, this is insider baseball. This is insider politics. And so, you know, that's just the nature of the beast.
Let's talk about the guy that we mentioned a few moments ago, Ted Cruz, and get away from Donald Trump, because it's interesting. Peter King is not a man who really likes Ted Cruz, and he talked about this dislike with the crew from Morning Joe just this morning, and here's what he said.
Here's actually a quote from Congressman King about Ted Cruz. Any New Yorker who even thinks of voting for Ted Cruz should have their head examined.
Okay, well, this is a little turnabout.
So wait a minute. What happens tonight on the Republican side? How big does Donald Trump win, by the way?
Well, first of all, in case anybody gets confused, I am not endorsing Ted Cruz. I hate Ted Cruz. And I think I'll take cyanide if he ever got the nomination.
McGraw, I got to tell you, I get letters from people going, does it come in a six-pack? But here we have a guy saying he'll take cyanide. I mean, this is the hatred that there is for Ted Cruz right now. I mean, we laugh about it, but do you and your audiences that you talk to see any chance that he's going to get some popular support behind him here, and these people who hate him are actually going to back him?
Yeah, you know what? This whole, it's a nice, funny soundbite, but I wish the people who were against Trump or against Cruz would actually come out and explain policy-wise why they are against him. Are they a free trader and he's not? Are they against the gold standard while he is? I understand it plays to the cameras and it's a funny little bit, but at some point, will somebody in this race stand up and start talking about substance? And if you got a problem with Cruz, how about policy-wise, as opposed to making fun of the way he looks, or his wife, or his hair, or whatever else? And Donald Trump, his lack of policy. Let's stop talking about his hair and talking about his lack of policy. When are we going to start talking about the issues?
There you go. How dare you talk about policy, McGraw? Pox on your house. Morning, 6 to 10 a.m., the Big 550 KTRS in St. Louis, Missouri. McGraw Milhaven, always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks so much for joining us. Policy indeed. Rock on, true believers. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow, right here on The Hardline.